Gonzalez. I'm a painter here in New York, in Brooklyn. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about color and how I use it in my own painting.
Yellow is, I think you can use it both it's a really bright color, it's a really warm color. You always associate it with the sun, with light. And when you put red next to it, I don't know, even in Mexico, there's political parties that use red and yellow. It's a strange combination. It almost feels, to me, I associate it sometimes, with political. While playing music, sometimes I would get an idea for a painting or vice versa. And I think they're very related. How you think about making a painting could be very similar to how you think about making a song. In painting you use line, you use color. In music you use, like a line in music could be a melody. The placement of one color next to another, that's what creates the mood. Like in music, to create a chord, like on a guitar, you put different notes together. Like maybe each note represents a different color, you could say. And by putting these different notes together, you create a chord. And so I think like in paintings like that, colors definitely create some sort of harmony. Well, I think that's always hard to figure out, like how much, when you look at the color, how much of it is affected by your experience from that color, or how much like in culture, in popular culture, the use of that color represents something. Like for example, red in popular culture is always meant to be love and Valentine's Day or something happy. But maybe in another culture, red means communism and red means blood or violence. So I think it's always hard to pinpoint how much of what you think about color comes from what you've learned, or how much it comes from just like a natural way of interpreting a color. I mean, since I started painting, I've always been attracted to color and certain use of color. And in the beginning, it was influenced by certain films. A film that they have to think about a lot, how to create a mood for a scene. Just for example, there's one movie, which is a strange title, Drugstore Cowboy. The director took very good care of all the interior design, all the colors for the rooms in the movie and where the scenes take place. I remember writing down like all the different color schemes that he used so I could later use it in paintings. So in this one I wanted to make something more of like a traditional, like beautiful color scheme. And blue is usually a very beautiful color, and people associate it with the ocean, with heaven. It's very calming. It's very attractive, but it's not jarring at all. It's usually soothing. So I also wanted to make a painting that's first is like a lot of blue, and then just a couple of accents of different colors that slightly complement the blue. And so I put 2 different shades of brown, and then I just threw in a little accidental accent of red, which red is a if you put too much red, it would be a very jarring painting. But just with a little dot of red inside the blue, it's such a contrast, such a complement to the blue that I think it works as a nice little accent. Usually maybe I choose like one main color and then do a painting like that. I say like, okay, this one's gonna be a black painting, and then I throw some other colors in to make it complement the black. You have like green and purple I think they're very almost like the wrong colors to put together. They're kind of like awful and not a good combination. It's not something you would wear out in the street, but I think in a painting it makes great excuse for like a weird mood. It creates like almost strange, jarring mood that I like. I think in conclusion, I think color is something that everybody uses, not only painters or artists. I think we all use color to express ourselves, to represent ourselves, to soothe ourselves, all the time. Like the way you dress is, people, if you dress in crazy, weird colors, people are gonna see your personality different. You're gonna maybe act different. So I think like, we all use colors in our house, the way we decorate our houses. It all has to do with how we want to feel in our own environment. And you're always making color choices, like the color car you buy, the color shoes, and I think a lot of people take it for granted, and I think people that are more aware of it, I think you can enhance certain things in your life that that make it better, to be aware of like the effects of color on your own choices.